This news update is brought to you by...
It's gonna be a big blue summer.
The Big Blue Summer Celebration with Flow is here. Make yours unforgettable. Sign up for big bundle savings. Build your essential bundle and save big money. Blow out the candles on Barbados' 50th and Flow's first Big Blue birthday celebration. To win big prizes including $10,000 in cash. Big-time sports coverage at home or on the go with Flow TV, like the Olympic Games in Rio and the new home of Premier League football. Watch it all with big data and big style on the fastest 4G network. The world's biggest sporting events this summer are all on Flow. The Big Blue Summer Celebration is here, and Flow is your official partner. This is how we flow.
It's gonna be a big blue summer. Get ready to go. This is how we flow. We wear vividly blue for the summer. Get ready to go. This is how we flow.
This is the Barbados Today Evening News Update for Friday, July 15th. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary-Claire Williams. The Employment Rights Tribunal has ordered that more than 90 former workers of the National Conservation Commission should be paid 52 weeks' wages in compensation for unfair dismissal. The National Union of Public Workers and the Barbados Workers Union, which represent the employees, welcomed this morning's ruling. But NUPW President Akani McDowell says while he is happy that the matter has been settled, he would have preferred reinstatement of the workers.
This situation is bittersweet for me. As I said before, the union's position was that we wanted either reinstatement or re-engagement. We did not get that. So that is the bitter part for me. Nevertheless, I still think that the compensation would be a comfortable way of trying to settle this matter.
Meanwhile, General Secretary Rosalind Smith says she will ensure that the payments due are not delayed.
I would hope not, because then they would see another side of the NUPW, to be honest, because these workers have gone through a situation as though they have been like imprisoned, from the economic situation here in Barbados. They have been deprived for over 2 years. The system is too long to make decisions. And I think that is something that we need to speak about. We hear about court cases and murder and whatever, but this is a survival entity for these workers. They have not been given anything during the course of the 2 years. Some persons had opted to be compensated. And I don't think all were at this point up to now. So going forward, given this situation, we cannot relax to say, well, this is a BWA situation. This is a survival situation because the workers at BWA are still employed.
And General Secretary of the BWU, Tony Moore, also shared similar sentiments.
So the decision today only serves justice to the extent that the union's claim, and the public is being made aware that the union's claim for injustice and unfairness is justified. Where the bitter feeling comes is where within the context of the Employment Rights Act, Section 37, there's a clear limitation as it relates to the award that can be granted. The award maxes out at 52 weeks, and that is the maximum award which the tribunal granted.
In other news this evening, St. Lucy MP Denis Kellman has been calling for an airport to be built in his constituency. Now he is suggesting that management of the Arawak Cement plant build a harbour at their quarry near the plant. Kellman put forward the recommendation this morning at a ceremony to welcome the Broken Trident on the compound.
I think that your quarry offers the opportunity for you either having another port. Here he goes again, he goes up on airport, now does he port. That is the comment that you will hear, Jeremiah. But I think that if the Panamanians could cut a canal through the amount of land that they have cut, and you have been wise enough to use the land and cut it for raw material, it is only fair that the end product what you have that you have created a marina even though you did not plan it.
18 calypsonians will compete tonight for a spot in the Pic-O-De-Crop finals. The semi-finals is scheduled for 7 o'clock at the National Stadium. And still on the topic of crop over, one church leader is calling for an end to kiddies kadooment. The senior pastor at the Kingdom First International Church, Fitzroy Wilson, says there is no reason why children should be involved in the annual festival, particularly Grand Kadooment, which he describes as an almost X-rated event. In sports, the chairman of the Regional Anti-Doping Organization says it is unlikely that West Indies will be stripped of their ICC T20 World Cup title because all-rounder Andre Russell has been hauled before an anti-doping disciplinary panel. The hearing is scheduled for next Wednesday in Jamaica. It was called over an alleged violation. The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission revealed in March that Russell had missed 3 drugs tests in 12 months, and that constitutes a failure under anti-doping laws. If found guilty, he faces a 2-year ban. But Dr. Adrian Lord tells Barbados Today that any action against Russell will not necessarily affect the team.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hey, I'm Red Plastic Bag, mentor of the Barbados Today Crop Over Champion Competition. What I like about this competition is the fact that it gives you, the public, a voice in 3 major competitions for crop over: Pic-O-De-Crop, Junior Monarch, and Soca Royale. Go to Barbados Today's Facebook page, click on the tab for the competition you want to vote for, then hit vote on your favorite video. It's as simple as that. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Special thanks to our sponsors, Flow, Capital Media HD, CGI, the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and the NCF.
ICBL T20 Cricket Party, more than a match. To Gary's 80th birthday, celebrating the greatest all-rounder and our national hero. You can't beat that. July 28th, 6:30 p.m. Tickets from Kensington Oval, CS Pharmacy, and TicketPal.com. Hosted by the 50th Anniversary Secretariat.
In news from the region, the chairman of the Belize Bank says he's optimistic that issues over correspondent banking will be resolved as soon as possible. Correspondent banks in the U.S. and Europe have been cutting ties with financial institutions in the Caribbean as the United States clamps down on money laundering and financing of terrorism. Belize is one of the CARICOM countries that have been most affected by the move. But Bank Chairman Lyndon Giuseppe says the institution appears to be on the road to recovery.
Belize has been impacted significantly, but I hasten to add, it's not a Belizean phenomenon. Most of the countries in the Caribbean, from Trinidad in the south to Jamaica in the north, have had the loss of correspondent banks in the last 2 years. Belize, it's peculiarly juxtaposed in Central America between Mexico and Guatemala, have found itself, I guess, at the tip of the spear. But what I would say is that we are finding solutions to work around that. And that while the crisis hasn't come to an end, the banks in Belize, certainly Belize banks, we are finding ways to provide the correspondent banking services to our clients for them to get their money out of the country or to allow money to come into the country.
Further afield, a group within Turkey's military has attempted to overthrow the government. In a broadcast by the privately owned channel NTV, the Prime Minister said some people undertook an illegal action outside the chain of command, and he said the government elected by the people remains in charge and those behind the attempted coup would pay the highest price. Bridges were reportedly closed in Istanbul and aircraft were flying low over the capital, Ankara. There were also reports of gunshots being fired in the capital. And police in France have confirmed the identity of the driver of a lorry who killed 84 people in the southern city of Nice yesterday as a Tunisian national. He is 31. 202 people were injured and 52 are in critical condition. 25 are on life support. 10 of the dead are children. We get more in this BBC report.
Bodies were falling like skittles, one witness said. Another saw parents throwing their children over fences to try and keep them safe.
The police surrounded the car and they kept shooting him until they are sure he's dead. I saw him dead already. I saw his head outside the window of the truck. And again, the French police officer, when he saw me standing up and filming, he came to me aggressively and yelled at me to get down, get down. All the people on the beach to run, because I think they thought maybe there is a bomb in the car or something, or other people hiding inside the truck itself from behind. So at that moment, I realized that this is really something wrong, and I started to run with the people.
Un pistolet automatique de calibre 7,65 mm.
In the cabin, there was an automatic weapon, bullets, a Kalashnikov, and M16s, a grenade, a mobile phone that's still being investigated, and various documents.
French officials say the driver was a local man, a 31-year-old French Tunisian known to police for petty crimes. Today, the only figures on Nice's empty seafront were forensics teams, picking their way through the debris of grief.
That's the news this evening. Remember, there's more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also tune into Channel 99 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM for more news and sports. I am Marie Claire Williams. Have a good evening.